play till it's 4 9-minute quarters, but at like 3-minute mark in the fourth quarter, he'll play it up 8 points to like whatever number the winning team's at. And then like the niggas who be losing just be fouling.
Bro, we're just always out there fouling.
Bro, like, I was trying to tell him yesterday, bro. Like, especially if you hoop, bro, you gotta have some respect, bro. Like, just some pride in yourself, bro. Like, there's no way like you're just out there just hacking the hack, bro. Like,
bro, some people just go out there with the mentality I'm hacking it in, but sometimes it's me.
nah, but like it did turn to that point where like, oh yeah, bro, because like this is like the third game that it happened. That like we've been up 20 and like these niggas just come back. But at one point I was like, yeah, bro, just foul him. Like, they gonna nah, that shit's cool. It's like me, X is in there. That boy Ian, definitely smooth. Nate Minko was swooping in there too. I seen him yesterday. I was like, what the heck? That shit funny though. They be having stats and they be recording. I think I'm like 3rd or 4th in the league.
Bro, be out there gunning.
Be gunning, bro. Breaking last game. Actually, I shouldn't say. He didn't come late though. He came late, but he was still breaking. I swear, I think I got like yesterday I had like 24. I think I'm averaging like 20. But that first game was bad. Gotta get that win back.
That win back.
That first
so
hoop session.
One.
Nah, we're 3-0. First game was outdoors. She was terrible on the knees.
Been outdoors, but my knees be hurting.
It's a different type of pain.
It's like jumping on.
I don't know how the old heads used to be doing it.
No, I used to be outside on the homewood courts, outside courts. Every day with air.
But it's also one of those things of like you're doing it every day.
Your body.
But then like once you fall off on it, but that's obviously like with anything as well. But like once you fall off from doing it every day, coming back you're like, damn, you're doing this every day. Like.
So what did you learn from sports that you can like resonate with running a business or helping out like, running a business and everything?
From sports, I would definitely say like even like our college coach used to tell us this all the time. And literally, like, he like set it up in a way that was kind of like a business. Like, even like before the season started, we'd have a meeting. Like, there's like a rule book where literally like everybody's like reading through the rule books together. Yeah. Like, and like he had this thing called like the Marietta Way, just like all these values and like all these things.
Yeah,
that, like,
culture,
literally the culture, which is super important because like if you have one person that's like outside of there, it'll mess everything up, even from like them themselves if they're not locked in or whatever it is, but also just like that negative energy because like that's just it's contagious because like if you got one person in there like, oh F coach, like, you're not playing me, then the next dude gonna be like, hold on, like I'm not playing either, like what are we doing, bro, like, all this, and then like they're gonna be messing up practice, messing up drills, just doing stuff that doesn't like that's not helping the team win. But yeah, I would say that. Another thing our coach used to always say was like attitude and approach, just like how you look at situations, whether that be like wins, losses, practice, just like waking up every day the time you put into like your craft. I would also say just like being used to like now obviously like the trials and tribulations, but also just like having to work for like whatever it is you want to be good at, like.
Over time.
Yeah, you can't just walk into the game and expect to drop 30 and like hit 5 threes and knock down like all your free throws. Like, you gotta be consistent like with that every day. Like, on the gym early, put up shots, and that just comes with preparation as well. How you prepare for a game, same thing goes into work. Like, you can't just like wake up 10 minutes before you go into work and just run and you think like you're gonna be the best version of yourself that day. Like, you gotta take time, you gotta prepare, you gotta plan. You gotta be like intentional, like with all your efforts.
Did you have any like wake up calls in college that you had to learn that lesson?
I'd honestly probably say like I would first say that like right when we came in, cause like obviously like I went to like a D3 school. D3, like this is gonna be sweet. Like, I'm gonna come in there and be the man. Came in there and like there might have been like 8 or 9 of us as freshmen. They came in together. But yeah, like none of us played freshman year. Like, none of us started. None of us came off the bench, bro. We were really just like the first. Like, we'd get in the blowouts, but like other than that, like we weren't touching nothing. Be on the bench. Let's go.
On the bench, you still have to be positive.
No, yeah, it is. But yeah, and that's just like anything else. Like you got to make the most of whatever you're doing. Like even if you're in like a shitty situation, like even though we weren't playing, we could be on the bench like, oh, bro, like what are we doing? we was on the bench getting lit, bro. We was creating like celebrations, like we was cheering them on because like even at the end of the day, bro, like we're still winning, bro. Everybody, yeah, bro. Like when you're walking,
too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're walking around campus, they're like, oh, you hoop, like, oh, you had that crazy game yesterday, bro. Like, even if you're not playing or like, this is not the case in every situation, but like people are still gonna know you or see your face because like everybody's not a hooper, like.
Yeah, everyone's definitely not a hooper.
And also like you got to think about it. Like you kind of got messed up because of COVID, but like you got to wait your time as well because like just like even like the stuff like Caitlin Clark, like everybody wanted to be on the USA team like right away, bro.
Yeah, everybody
like,
wants her to be on their first.
You gotta.
She didn't finish her first season yet. They're like, yeah, we
like,
need you on the USA team right now.
You gotta earn whatever it is, like, and like, even like, cause like even like our parents and everybody talking about this, like, there's just things that come with experience that like. Yeah, it's just like little knowledge and little things that you'll learn. Whatever it is, it just comes over time. Like you just can't get that right away.
We come in here. I need over 6 figures right now.
Yeah.
I need all
and everybody
right
thinks,
now.
and everybody thinks they know everything right now. So I'm like, don't like whatever it is. Like there's always stuff to learn from everybody. Even like people that are like somebody could be worse than you in one way, but like there's still stuff that you can learn. Like, they may look at a situation differently, or like they may do this and like easily steal that from them to help them like boost whatever it is you're doing. But I would definitely say I was like late to like my first practice. But like yeah, after that, like my coach just let it go for like 2 weeks. But after that, I was like yeah, like I gotta lock in. Like yeah, like this is not high school no more. Like nobody's gonna be there to save you. Like, anything you do or mess up, like nah, that's on you. Like parents aren't there for you no more. Like but yeah, I would probably say that was it for me.
Yeah, so if you had to give advice to athletes or anybody to like something that you learned in the sports apply to your life, like what advice would you give?
I would probably say life is like its own game, honestly. Like if you really think about it, like in that way. Because even like if you think about it, like I say tomorrow I got a basketball game. I'm probably be in the gym working out. I'm gonna be thinking like, oh, what am I gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna be game planning, scouting that team. I'm probably not going out drinking with my friends. Like, I got me smoking, doing all that stuff. Like, I'm gonna be locked in for the game. Like, and the same things like with life. Like, if I got work tomorrow, most of the time, like, probably not going out. Like,
you gotta be locked in.
Yeah, and especially like if it's like, oh, I got a big meeting or presentation. Like, I'm not gonna BS it. Like, I'm gonna be locked in, scouting. Like, just going over my notes. Like, picking out what I'm gonna wear, just thinking about how all that plays into like whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. So I think that if you take that approach to life itself, same thing, just like keep working on your craft, keep working on just gaining more skills, becoming like invaluable, whatever it is that you want to do with your organization. I think that that'll help you out.
Especially having that discipline, because discipline's definitely hard.
It's like even like when I talked about this before. I went to like this sales combine thing like with the Penguins, and like they weren't even like when they were looking at like just like potential candidates, and like they're just telling us that they're not really hiring like off of who has the best experience. They're looking for qualities, like, certain qualities in people that they know that they can transfer and help build, and they'll learn pretty quick, and like I was like, oh, like, this person will catch on. Not like, oh, he worked for this organization, or like, yeah. And they're talking about how like athletes kind of like have that same thing. Like you're talking about like the discipline, just from like working out, being on a certain type schedule, and also just like the determination and just like work ethic as well. So
yeah, you guys are doing stuff all the time you might not want to do, but you still have to do it.
Yeah, and like you don't even like really even think about this stuff because like you're just so normalized. So even like at school, like our school, we're on schedule like every single point of the day. We're just sitting there like, oh, bro, like what are we doing? When you really look back and think about it, though, we're like, dang, like, they really did put us in like a good situation. So like when we got to college, we're already working off that type of schedule. We're not having to think like, oh, when are we gonna go study, or like, oh, let me just go to the dorm and just sleep or whatever. Like, we're just already used to that type of schedule, that type of work. Yeah, so it just second nature.
I agree. I would say some of the characters that switch onto like people just want to know like you show up. Yeah. And I feel like just showing up is.
That's like half the battle.
Like half the battle is just showing up and just being there and putting your head down and working. So the same thing like my job. Like, I don't even really got the degree to even doing my job, but I just told them I'll show up and I'll learn it. If I
Yeah.
got to, stay there longer, I guess. But I just gotta figure it out.
Because you showing up also shows them that you want to be there, and that you're also committed to learning like whatever it is that you're doing, and rather than somebody who may have the experience but they're just gonna like BS it or like, oh, I know everything. Like,
Yeah, especially when you want to help yourself. I'm like, oh, I gotta help this person. Or I see what they're doing, so.
and like even if you don't want to do it, even like just showing up, half the time like once you're there for like 10-20 minutes, like you get past like even if it's like in the morning super early, you get past that like that stage of like, oh, I don't want to do this, and like you get over that mental hump and like you realize that, oh, it's not even that bad. Like,
Yeah, no, for even that's like how I started working out in the morning. Started going to the gym like 6 o'clock, 5:45. But before I couldn't. I would always turn my alarm off. I hit snooze.
Yeah.
I couldn't wake up. I said, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And like after a while, it just became like a habit, and then I realized it's really not that bad once you get there. You know what I'm saying? Once you get there, it's not that bad. Like when you
I
get
feel
past
like
the 20
that
minutes.
first 10-20 minutes, like then you're warmed up, you're awake, and you're like, oh, bet, like then you're really focused, and you start to think about like why you're really there. Like,